What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I want to show you guys how explosive this gun doubles halfback week offense is in Madden 22. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go in and sub and turn on post notifications on. So as you guys can see right here, we are going to be in the Tennessee Titans playbook. Again, we're in the Tennessee Titans playbook. Now, as far as personnel goes, when I'm running this offense, I like to have my best receiver right here where Julio Jones is. I like to have my second best receiver where A.J. Brown is. And I like to have my third best or just a fast receiver right here. Don't have to be your best, just I like to have speed right here in this specific position. So after I kind of walk you guys through the Titans playbook as far as gun doubles, I'm actually going to hop right into gameplay that I have for you guys where it showcases pretty much this offense. The opponent I played a lot of zone coverage, so you guys are going to be able to see how I like to move the ball up and down the field versus zone. And he also played a little bit of man, so you're going to be able to see both of those, and I'll talk about the setups and how they work versus zone or man coverage. So going to be a great video for you guys. So quickly, let's just kind of go through the plays that I like in this offense. So I really love this PA read with that post route. Now shake halfback corner, I did a whole part 1 on that, so you guys will see me incorporate that in the gameplay as well. But if you want to see part 1 where I talk about this play specifically, make sure you go check out part 1. Now curl combo, I love that against zone drops, which you'll see me use that in the gameplay also. Wide corner is really fun to run as well. My favorite RPO, to be honest. RPO power is cool because if you hand the ball off, it turns into like a halfback base, which is really nice. Because they actually don't have a halfback base, so you can kind of create halfback base using an RPO power glance, so that's really nice. And sail dig, I like Titans wide cross, quarterback Sonya check, I really love that play. And also that RPO read bubble is really nice. So those are the plays. Also 4 verticals, I mean it's just typical 4 verticals. So as you guys can see, they have a really nice variety of plays inside the Tennessee Titans gun doubles halfback week. So without further ado, man, let's jump right into this gameplay. All right, so you guys can see we are actually starting off in the second quarter. Now my opponent had the ball for pretty much majority of the first quarter, and actually in second quarter I drove down the field and threw a pick, but I actually realized I wasn't recording, and then I fixed that when I was actually on defense. So we did get a turnover, and that's why we're on offense right now. But right there, that's that quarterback Sonya play right there, and I really love that setup, which I'll talk about the next time I run it. But simply we just basically I'll just wait and explain it a little bit later. Now right here, I actually noticed he's playing a lot of cover 3, so I wanted to actually hit triangle right up the seam. Now had he had somebody faster or took a proper angle, I would have got lurked for sure, but nonetheless it was just still a great read. Now you can tell right here we do have the ball back, and like I said, right here we are going to be doing quarterback Sonya. So now one thing, there's a lot of variations I like on this play. Now it depends on if I feel like he's running zone or man, but right here this can be a zone or man coverage setup. So I took X, put him on a flat route, and I took square, put him on a backside slant. So basically we're going to just look between the slant and triangle, going to see what the user is going to give us, and whatever one he gives us we're going to take. So right there he just did not cover the slant, so we're going to simply take the slant. So running this offense, it's actually really fun, just because there's a lot of different things we could do. Because that little crosser route by the quarterback Sonya play, if they play man coverage, they're gonna have to zone drop at least about 25 to 30 yards to actually account for how deep that crosser is ran, or they're gonna have to put a deep half. It all depends on exactly who you have running that route, to be honest. Now right here, this is actually a cover 3 beater that I told you guys about, so that's why I actually went to it. But right there, terrible throw by me, terrible read. He definitely should have had a pick right there, so we are going to count our blessings right there, because that was an absolute garbage read by us. But anyways, EA decided to bless us, so we're going to see if we can capitalize here. So I kind of decided to come back to a similar setup, but instead of running X on a curl, I actually decided to put X on a flat and take square, put them on a backside slant. So now we're actually going to make the user have to choose. Now I thought about actually taking circle, putting him on a streak because of his defense messing up, but I didn't want to worry about it, and I realized also he was giving us the flats, so we're going to take the flats. So the reason I like this offense, because most of the time they're going to have to play some type of double Mabel style coverage to kind of stop what we're doing. And if they play double Mabel, then there's actually a way we can beat double Mabel. This is actually one of the ways you can beat double Mabel as well. So basically, this is that tight end cross play. So I'm going to go ahead and take my receiver. I put him on a hitch and I'm going to motion him over. So basically, I'm going to look between that hitch and circle. As you can tell, the hook curl decided to come on triangle. So we're going to go ahead and throw our hitch route. And it's exactly as I show you guys in practice mode with some of these concepts. When I tell you guys that the hook curl is going to do this, so I'm gonna do that, you know, because when you play Madden, honestly, you want to play against the CPU. You don't want to play against the user. So what I mean by that is you don't want to specifically target the user when you're trying to pass the ball. So all my combos I try to make the user chase something that I have no intentions of actually throwing, just to come back and read the CPU, because I'd rather read the CPU than read the user. That's how I think of stuff. So right here, pretty much same concept. I'm looking between square and triangle, seeing what he wants to give me. So I see triangle's going to be open, but I get it under pressure and accurate, man, and I can't stand those, to be honest with you guys. I feel like if it's under pressure and accurate, at least just throw the ball out of bounds, because realistically that's what would happen in real life, or just throw the ball at the ground, like at the dirt at the person's feet, because I just feel like it's just so messed up that they just make you throw it straight to the defender when he's nowhere near the play. But you know, is what it is. You can't really sit there and complain about it. But right here we are in the play that I gave you guys in part 1, and I'm still giving you the same exact setup, because this setup right here is just, it's really good versus almost any coverage. Right there, I could have waited on R1, but I decided to hit our receiver out there, and we're gonna go ahead and pick up an easy 11 yards right there. So my opponent basically is gonna just be playing, it seems like he just wants to sit and cover 3 most of the time. That's what I'm getting between. So that's why I like to come to this play, because there's just too much he has to deal with this particular play. Now in hindsight, I should have flipped my formation, because you always want to make sure you have your 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. You never want to run this beater play that I'm actually about to run to the short side, and you're going to see why right here, because it's going to take just way too long for it to get open, and my eyes were downfield. I noticed I had R1 way too late, but I didn't want to make that kind of throw, so I just threw the ball out of bounds. And that is prime example of why you want to make sure that you flip your play when you want to actually bomb cover 3 using the play that I showed you guys, because if not, if you try to run that beater to the wide side of the field, it's not going to work, simply because it's too much space and it's going to take way too long for that guy to actually clear past that middle third, and you just will never have time to make that throw. So right here, we're actually going to be in the quarterback sign play. So right here, I wasn't sure if he was in man or zone, so I just kind of decided to do just my basic setup. So basically, this is going to be a target zone coverage really well. You can tell it's going to be a read between square and triangle. The user was short on square, so I tried to hurry up and throw it, but I mean, pressure was just too much in my face, and we fortunately did get the ball back though. So now, not looking too good here. We're sitting and looking at a 3rd and 23, and we got to put together a dot, man. So my thought process right here is, I just need to make sure that I'm able to move the ball down the field. I'm not looking to get it first, but if I get the first, cool. I'm just looking to get 4th and manageable right here. So I thought about 4 verticals in case he came out in cover 3, but this looks more like a cover 4 or a man coverage. So that's why I went to this PA play, PA read. Now right here, I just wanted to keep the user in the middle of the field, so I decided to do just a double slant post concept. So right here, you can tell the slant is going to get open, and thankfully we get a bad, and well, he gets a bad animation, and we are able to now get into a 4th and manageable. So wasn't looking for the chunk play. I just really wanted to get in 4th and manageable, and we did exactly that. So right here, I'm more than likely going to this. Yep. I thought about doing our cover 3 beater, but I wanted to go back to the quarterback sign place, because actually this is just a really unique route. So the route that's by triangle is just, like I said, it's a really unique crossing route, and this setup right here will beat any defense in Madden, literally any defense. You just have to make that read right there. We do get enough time, and we are able to hit that dot, and it's because of that crosser is so deep, and it's because of that backside slant combo that makes it really hard. So they're gonna have to zone drop at about 25 or 30 yards to take that away, and if they start zone dropping that far, then we can actually run this particular play, because that R1 route is going to get way wide open if they're zone dropping at the wrong depth. So right, you can tell R1, just like I said, is going to get wide open, and right there we are able to fight, but we aren't able to get to the end zone. Go ahead and blow our timeout. So right here, I wanted to take triangle, put him on a streak so bad, but I really just didn't want to get lurked. So I decided to run this PA crosser play, and I really wanted to look at X to see exactly what he was doing out there in case he was run committing. So that's why I did end up putting him on an out route. So the whole time I'm looking at his user, and I'm looking at X. So I see his user on the right, so I just wanted to hit X. I could tell that zone out there was not going to play it, and we do get the fortunate animation for the toe tap, and we are going to be able to get into the end zone. So yeah, right here, he tried to throw some, just some BS, because everybody that gets the Chiefs, they do the same thing, and it's so annoying how it works. They just try to just burn you with Tyreek Hill. They'll just go put him on a streak and just, let it fly, and just I hate it, to be honest with you guys. I mean, it's in Madden, but it's one of those things that's like, why, bro? So right here, basically I had triangle wide open, and we're going to go ahead and hit that. And that's what makes this little motion over slant so hard, because if they do not play a vertical hook, you will have that specific spot every single time. If they do play a vertical hook, there's ways you could manipulate that. So it's just, this is why this is just a really good offense, because you can actually just counter whatever they're doing. So right here, I did decide to run the ball because I have a problem of not running the ball, you guys know, because I try to showcase the pass so much, because I figure, hey, you guys should already know how to run the ball, so I shouldn't have to run these run plays. That's normally my thought process behind it. So that's why you barely see me run the ball. Like, you guys, if you're using this offense, please make sure you run the ball. They have a lot of nice running back. They have a lot of nice running plays that you guys can utilize. It's just I want to show you guys, what it looks like versus the pass, because that's what my channel is built on. I want to teach you guys how to be better passers, because I feel like anybody can run the ball. Now, right here, I was kind of deciding what setup I wanted to do. I was trying to switch up my setups, but I decided to just come back to something that I've been doing the whole time, just because I ran out of time. But right here, I did decide to switch it up. So instead of a backside slant, I did a backside hitch flat combo. So you can tell we're looking between square and triangle, and we just don't have enough time. We made the perfect read, and the reason I got open is because the flat route is going to widen out any of the outside zones, and that hitch is going to actually just sit right there, and it's going to make the user have to either worry about the hitch or that backside crosser. So it's just a really, really nice concept. And then we took our running back, if you guys noticed, and we actually put him in the middle of the field. So we essentially had 3 people in the middle of the field. There's only 2 hook zones, so there's no way he could have played all that. So just, a lot of scheming. That's why I said this formation is cool, because you can just motion over people, do a lot of little unique concepts. So right here, this is the PA read play. Now, sometimes the reason I like this play too, because we're not going to motion anybody. So it's one of the rare plays where we don't motion somebody, and that's why it's a little hard to deal with, because our opponent's going to be expecting us to run the other setup with the cover 3 bomb, the shake corner. They're going to be expecting that play because we don't motion anybody. So it's just a nice little switch up concept. And that's why it's just, it's really hard to stop this offense though, because you're going to have to play like a man zone type of, you can't sit and match, because essentially we can run our halfback route, the halfback corner route, and actually bomb that match coverage if they want to sit and match. And they can't play man, because we can still use this play and destroy them in man coverage. So it's just, it's a lot to deal with. Honestly, the only way you lose with this offense, if you just miss your reads, that's literally the only way you lose. Now, right here, I just wanted to take off a Kyler. I did have Square that was sitting in the smoke screen. I did have him, but was a little hesitant. I just decided, hey, let me just go and take off a Kyler. I forget it, because I don't really play with the Cardinals as much. Most of the time when you guys see me on here, I try to play with teams that you guys, don't really see it that often. I try not to play with these high caliber offensive teams, so you guys don't be like, oh, this only works because of the Cardinals, or oh, this only works because you have Mahomes. So that's why you guys normally see me play with teams like the Titans, maybe like I did a couple videos with the Bears or something like that, just so you can know, like, hey, I could use this with any team. But as you guys can see, the reason this offense is good, because like I said, the backside slant is killer, because if he goes and tries to use or something else, we're going to throw it right where he leaves from, and he knows that. Now, right here, it is actually the curls play I was telling you about. So if they're zone dropping, this is my favorite setup right here, because watch what happens. So you notice how his user has nothing to do, and also you notice how we had our 2 outside throws wide open. That's because those purples are set at like 20 or 25. And so what's going to happen is that those thirds will never play that. So that's why I said that curls play when they're zone dropping is really, really nice. And now right here, I really love this setup too, because they're actually going to pull down zones. So we're going to take triangle, put them on a hitch, and we're going to go and motion them out. And essentially we're trying to pull down that outside zone, and we're trying to open it up for X. And we're going to double team to get outside the pocket. You can tell the user's going to sit on triangle, and at that point, we're going to go ahead and throw our tight end over the top for basically the 1-play touchdown. Now, right here, this is basically the end of the game. So this is the whole offense he had. So he really came out and split close every single play, and he just wanted to run around with Mahomes. So right there, he did deliver a dot, and I just didn't have, I actually forgot to put a quarterback spy, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he liked to do that. And he wants to hurry up offense, so I actually did not have time to put a quarterback spy here, as you're about to see. I tried to take my outside linebacker, ran out of time, and I was like, dang, so right here, I was kind of playing on the quarterback. While I was playing the in route, tried to come back, and then actually right there, boom, he's going to take a big hit. And then we're going to go ahead and scoot the ball up Isaiah Simmons, and after that, he's going to quit out. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Ray Jarrell, and I'm out.